We're doing a walking tour of the Florida Avenue Wholesale Market, and we're meeting this morning in the just outside of the Florida Avenue Metro stop in Northeast.
Wholesale and retail food distribution center for the city, where the old FedEx building is behind us. That our new FedEx building used to be the B&O freight railroad terminal, and so this area was where the wholesale and sort of the distribution businesses were based. And when the big city market was closed downtown to build the National Archives, some of the businesses based there started redistributing around the city.
Now we're underway, starting our walking tour of the Florida Wholesale Market. Okay, our first stop is going to be Obeng International Wholesale and Retail. Okay, we did a quick browse of the aisles, and now we're moving on.
Yeah.
We have some unusual delicacies here.
This they don't have in the front of a Giant. It's behind. And so sometimes people say, well, you know, why should we improve the market because it's junky or this or that? Well, it's dirty. Well, you know, the city doesn't provide even one trash can on any of the walkways. So it's like, you know, certain types of services ought to be provided, but they're not, and people use that as an excuse.
Very crowded here as we make our way by the distributors here. This is Sam Wing's. We're not going in. And you got to watch where you're walking. Here we're going into U.S. Beef. Where there's pallets of rice and flour,
I'm here to get a more
produce. And we're going back into the fresh meat area. This is a refrigerated area and fresh cuts of beef. See my breath? Okay, next we're going into Don Peppe's Bakery and Cafe, and also Don Peppe has a cash and carry. And it is in fact a bakery and a cafe. Very noisy here with constant trucks and activity.
Now, this place when you go in looks big, but you have no idea. Actually, I've been back there once. They have massive warehouse behind it. It's like, it's unbelievable. It's, you know, 20, 30 feet high, full of pallets, I mean, just stacked. And what he does is he buys container load quantities of stuff from El Salvador and other places in Central America, and that's how you can offer cheap prices.
This is the cash and carry part of Don Peppe's.
Yeah.
It sounds like we specialize here in South American, Latin American foods. Here's something I've never seen before. Fish tea. It's definitely the place to come if you want to get a six-pack of Inca Kola. Now we're going into MS Food Service, which we're told is something like a supermarket experience. Lots of places here seem to have large bags of rice. They have spices in really large containers. Here in MS, you can buy your Wishbone Italian dressing by the gallon. Here's another Italian dressing. A gallon of Italian dressing costs $7.75. Maraschino cherries by the gallon. Very large cans of tuna. can get your bamboo shoots too. As we're taking the tour, people are actually working. This is definitely busy on a Saturday morning, and you know, it's an industrial space, so it looks like people work here. It's a little knocked around, but you know, it's kind of important. Now we're in Mexican Fruits, which has just opened recently, and true to their name, lots of produce.
It's creamy, it's gentle, it's effective.
Here's more examples of the sprawl of the Florida street market.
But Best Equipment is sort of like a cheap, it's a restaurant supply place. It's like a poor man's Crate and Barrel.
Lots of Asian foods and markets here. There's also numerous vendors here that sell general merchandise, and I'm in one such area right now. Next stop is the DC Farmers Market. Going into the DC Farmers Market, which honestly I never knew existed before today. Lots of different kind of vendors, including produce and meats. And here we have body oil. I thought I washed those off in the shower this morning. Jewelry and sunglasses and purses. And you can buy socks and underwear. You can get a snack here at the DC Farmers Market. We're outside the DC Farmers Market here, and you can tell you're in Washington, D.C. because if you look down the street, there it is. This is the flea market at Florida Market, and I really have to say that this has been a much more vibrant area than I was aware of here in Washington. Really interesting.